Attention all wrestling fans, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch 1, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail of the video, this is my WWE Smackdown review on high, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning or towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel. And that's all I gotta say from here. But follow my social media down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now WWE Smackdown was a good show, and I give that show at least a 7 out of 10. SmackDown was live from Denver, Colorado Ball Arena. It says, I thought the Rocky Mountains would be a little rockier than this. Lord Christmas, Dumb and Dumber. I don't know why they put that there. WWE then Now Forever Together. Superstars are rivals, including Shawn Flair and Alexa Bliss, along with Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and JD Madonna. We also see Penta make his arrival, and the Vision are also here as the build towards WarGames. Build to WarGames. Video package: a look back at Drew McIntyre making a statement last week, revealing he has joined the Vision squad for WarGames. We also get a look at the chaos that closed Raw this past Monday, featuring the return of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, the round out the Vision and Unvision squad, respectively. With that, we head to ringside where the Vision are standing by. Paul Heyman introduced himself before saying he has a vision for WarGames, something he will impose upon each and every one of us. In WarGames, 5 of your heroes, 5 main event superstars will be locked in a double cage with the likes of Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul. He hypes up each man before handing the microphone to Logan Paul. Logan Paul tells the crowd to shut up because he has a lot to say. He has 5 things, and the first is Usos. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso make their way out to a big pop from the crowd. Jey Uso says no one wants to hear what Logan Paul has to say, which is I agree. Before running down Paul Heyman, who says they just made a mistake pissing off Logan Paul. He talks about creating the bloodline so the Usos could be taken care of before talking about the numbers game being important. The crowd chants OTC as Paul Heyman counts that there are 4 of them in the ring and only 2 of men, with the Usos who restored that they didn't come here alone. Despite CM Punk chant ringing out, is Cody Rhodes, who is meant to come out. Expect there is no sign of the undisputed WWE champion. When his music hits, we cut to the parking lot. We see Drew McIntyre stepping out of Cody Rhodes' tour bus, and we step inside the bus. Here, the champ is laid out a beating down. I'm sorry. We cut to the back as the Usos make a run to check on their friend, with officials coming out to assist as we cut to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, we see officials and the Usos still checking on Cody Rhodes when Drew McIntyre drives by saying, "See you at WarGames, champ," before driving off laughing. We head back to ringside for our opening contest as the Ilya Dragunov makes his entrance for this week's open challenge. We find out who is answered as JD Madonna makes his way out to get this match underway. So we get the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge match. Ilya Dragunov defense against JD Madonna. This was a good match, but also I am so sick and tired of the WWE United States Championship Open Challenge every week. But this was a good match. The two go at it until the champ is sent to the corner, only to take JD Madonna down with a boot to the face. Suplex attempt is blocked by JD Madonna, who takes the champ to the ropes before sending him to the outside as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. JD Madonna continues the attack on the apron attacks on the champ, bringing him back into the ring for a near fall. Dragunov starts to fight back with some strikes before JD Madonna sends him back to the mat, mocking the champ before going back to work, only for Ilya Dragunov to catch him with a side headlock, followed by an enziguri. JD Madonna managed to get back into it, sending the champ to the canvas for a headlock. but JD McDonald fights his way back to a vertical base, putting JD McDonald to the corner. JD McDonald dodges a kick from the champ, bringing him back to his feet for a backbreaker. Um, he climbs the top turnbuckle for an axe handle from the most dangerous rope, maintaining control as we come back from break. Both men fight to their feet with strikes before JD McDonald runs the ropes for a clothesline on the challenger. They trade chops until Eli Dragunov catches JD McDonald with a German suplex, holding a waistline tight for a second suplex. JD McDonald blocks a third suplex attempt, but pays for it as JD McDonald hammers away and elbows the head before landing a suplex. He climbs the top turnbuckles but gets caught by the challenger, who hits a Spanish Fly for a 2 count. Dragunov fights back to his feet, but JD McDonald blocks a powerbomb attempt. They fight to see who will hit a suplex and end up taking a tumble over the top rope to the outside as we cut to a commercial break. Back from commercial break, the fight has returned to the ring where Ilya Dragunov gets caught with a brainbuster by the challenger for a 2 count. Moonsault is dodged by the champ as he takes JD McDonald to the mat before heading to the corner. Torpedo Moscow is dodged by JD McDonald, who hits his own moonsault for a cover, but the champ kicks out. JD McDonald brings Dragunov to his feet, but the champ hits the ropes for a torpedo Moscow, followed by a powerbomb and the H-bomb to pick up the win and retain. The winner by pinfall is still your United States Champion, Ilya Dragunov. This was a good match, but at the same time, I'm sick and tired of the United States Champion Open Challenge every week. But this was a good match. The champ celebrates as we get a look back at last Friday, and Charlotte Flair opened herself out of the Women's WarGames match. On Raw, we see Alexa Bliss address this before the Kabuki Warriors confronted her. This leads the chaos culminating in the arrival of Charlotte Flair for the save. Backstage, we see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair talking when they enter a room where Rhea Ripley and Neil Scar are sitting. This leads to apparently meeting between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley as we cut away. Elsewhere, Nick Aldis confronts Paul Heyman about the appearance of Drew McIntyre earlier. He says Drew McIntyre is persona non grata on his show, but Paul Heyman insists that he even told Drew McIntyre to leave because he respects the suspension, addressing concerns about interference later. Paul Heyman promised that Bronson Reed needs no help before the division walks away. Back at ringside, Carmelo Hayes makes his entrance for our next match as he faces Bronson Reed in the last time is now a tournament, and that match is coming up next. Commercial break. We head backstage where Ilya Dragunov is trying to get in the locker room after his match, and we see Tama Tonga and Tommaso Ciampa each confront him about going after the title. From there, we head back to ringside as Bronson Reed makes his entrance alongside Paul Heyman, and they head to ringside and to get this match underway. Last time is now tournament first round. Bronson Reed versus Carmelo Hayes. This was a pretty good match, but the referee was fast counting. Don't get me wrong. Carmelo Hayes deserves this win, but the referee was fast counting. That's the part I did not like about doing this match. This was a pretty good match. Carmelo Hayes goes after Bronson Reed with a fury of offense, sending him to the corner, but it doesn't take long for Bronson Reed to fight back with a shoulder tackle, sending Carmelo Hayes to the mat. Carmelo Hayes heads to the corner for a breather, but is met with some hard strikes. Carmelo Hayes hits some chops of his own before being sent back to the corner for a stomp, but Bronson Reed, who brings Carmelo Hayes back up to send him to the ropes for another shoulder tackle. He lays into Carmelo Hayes with some right hands before mocking the crowd with a nod to Roman Reigns. and this gives Carmelo Hayes an opening to take Bronson Reed down for a near fall. He stays on top of things for another 2 count before forcing Bronson Reed to the outside. Bron Breakker and Logan Paul head down to check on their pals as we head to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Bronson Reed has Carmelo Hayes in the corner and he changes in a chin lock. He continues to attack with a slam and a 2 count. Carmelo Hayes back on his feet with a third kick on Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed distracts the referee, allowing Logan Paul to hit Carmelo Hayes. But it's not enough to keep him down as he kicks out of a cover by Bronson Reed at 2. Bronson Reed goes back to work on Carmelo Hayes, but Carmelo Hayes dodges a senton for a roll up and a 2 count. Running knee connects as Carmelo Hayes hits the ropes for a clothesline. Bronson Reed takes a boot on the ropes by Carmelo Hayes, who takes him to the apron with a DDT before climbing up top for a fall splash. Covered by Carmelo Hayes, but it's only good for a near fall. He heads to the corner looking for the first 48, but Bronson Reed counters for a world's strongest slam and a fall forward slam. Bronson Reed goes up top for a tsunami, but Carmelo Hayes rolls out of the way. Carmelo Hayes connects with the first 48 as Bronson Reed rolls to the outside, only to take a dive by Carmelo Hayes that lands on the Vision. Carmelo Hayes brings Bronson Reed back into the ring and climbs up for a DDT to the mat. Nothing but net in the cover, but Bronson Reed kicks out. He goes for another nothing but net, but Bronson Reed dodges it before Carmelo Hayes ends up on the outside. This allows Bron Breakker a chance to go after Carmelo Hayes with a spear, but he's cut off by the Usos. The Usos and the Vision go at it. The fight going through the crowd as Bronson Reed looks to go back after Carmelo Hayes, but with the referee distracted, Cody Rhodes makes his return to take Bronson Reed out with the crossroads. Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes are both out, but Carmelo Hayes makes it to his feet first as he gets back in the ring. The referee begins to count for the first time and forever. I bear witness to an actual full 10 count as the referee calls for the bell. The winner by counter in advancing Carmelo Hayes. This was a pretty good match, but one thing I did not like by doing this match was the referee was fast counting. Somebody must have paid the referee to fast count, but Carmelo Hayes won, so it is what it is. That was a pretty good match. Paul Heyman goes to check on Bronson Reed when we see Cody Rhodes come back to ringside for a microphone, cutting a hell of a promo on the opposite team. That culminates in talking about Paul Heyman building them up and Cody Rhodes beating them down before stating that WarGames is more than just a match. It is brought right, and he'll see Paul Heyman's crew in San Diego. You got to get Cody Rhodes his flowers, man. That looked like a heel Cody Rhodes, man. But that promo that Cody Rhodes cut was really good. So that's all I gotta say. We cut backstage where Chelsea Green talks about rescheduling her championship celebration because the Bonds aren't vibing, and a confrontation with Julia doesn't help. Before Jericho Gill steps in to run her down for calling her the greatest women's champion there is. With that, we cut away. We head back to ringside where Frankton makes their entrance, ready to take on DIY when we come back from commercial break. So we go to commercial break. We go backstage where Sami Zayn is joined by the Motor City Machine Guns, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Rey Fenix as they address the Soul Sikoa and MFT, calling them out for a Survivor Series elimination match next week on the 5 of Survivor Series itself. Thank God we get a Survivor Series 5, so we get a 5-on-5 Survivor Series. So that's what I like. Back at ringside, DIY make their entrance to get our next match underway. So we get DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom in a tag team match. In my honest opinion, I did not really care about this match. That's all I gotta say. Nathan Frazier and Tommaso Ciampa start off, but it doesn't take long for things to break down with all four men going at it. Mainly Fraxium sending DIY to the outside for a dive. Axiom brings Ciampa back into the ring as Nathan Frazier tags back in for a near fall. Johnny Gargano brings his power back to his corner for the tag. Going after the hair of Nathan Frazier before bringing him back down to the mat. Tag made to Axiom, but DIY take control before patting themselves on the back on the apron as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Tommaso Ciampa makes the official tag to continue going after Axiom, mocking him while laying in some strikes. Axiom starts to fight back before taking a scoop slam by Tommaso Ciampa, who drops onto Axiom for a 2 count. Axiom back on his feet for some strikes, sending Tommaso Ciampa to the ropes for a drop kick. Tag made to Johnny Gargano, who holds onto Axiom as we come back from commercial break. And Axiom dodged a clothesline to make the tag to Nathan Frazier. He sends Tommaso Ciampa off the apron before landing a stand-in for 50 splash on Johnny Gargano for a 2 count. He climbs up top for a Phoenix splash, but Johnny Gargano rolls out of the way for a tag to Tommaso Ciampa. DIY land a shadow machine on Nathan Frazier, but the rival not only gets a 2 count. Axiom gets a tag to go after Tommaso Ciampa, who fends him off before tagging in Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano takes Axiom down for the cover, but Nathan Frazier breaks the pin. Tommaso Ciampa sends Nathan Frazier away, only to be knocked down by Axiom, who catches Johnny Gargano on the turnbuckle with a Spanish fly. It's only good for a near fall as Tommaso Ciampa gets involved. This allows Candice LeRae an opening to rip the mask off Axiom. He hides his face, and this allows Johnny Gargano to get the cover for the victory. The winner by pinfall, DIY. I did not really care about this tag team match. DIY celebrate on the ramp. Candice LeRae still holding on to Axiom's mask as we cut away. We cut to what feels like a cinematic vintage highlighting the meeting between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. They agreed to put the past behind them for the stakes of their team at WarGames before shaking hands. That looks very, very suspicious. You know that I got this funny feeling that Charlotte Flair might turn on Rhea Ripley. I got this funny feeling, but that backstage highlight meeting looks very suspicious with Charlotte Flair. But it is what it is. Something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Video package. John Cena talks about being alternate highlight by the moment that lead to him connecting better with fans. That was a good video package by John Cena. But I'm still gonna miss John Cena, man. It is what it is. Back at ringside, Finn Balor makes his entrance, ready to face Penta in our next match as we go to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. We head back to ringside as Penta makes his way out, and he goes after Finn Balor as we get this last time is now tournament match on the way. So we get the last time is now tournament first round match, Penta versus Finn Balor, and I might as well say this was, in my honest opinion, this was a decent match for what it was. Penta takes control at the outset, but it doesn't take long for Finn Balor to fight back. He gets the upper hand until Penta sends him to the outside, where he lands a dive on Finn Balor as a replay of the move takes us to commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Penta fights off Finn Balor from the turnbuckle, leading to both men on the mat. But the referee begins to count as Finn Balor makes it up at 5. landing a kick to keep Penta at bay. He sends the luchador to the ropes, only for Penta to fight back and catches Finn Balor with a thirst kick in the corner for a near fall. Finn Balor starts fighting back, sending Penta down hard for a 2 count of his own. He boosts Penta towards the corner, but Penta catches the foot before landing a hard chop. He does it again before landing a two-day world backbreaker and something of a muscle buster for a 2 count. He goes after the arm of Finn Balor now, connecting with a sacrifice, but Finn Balor counters out of a driver for a near fall. Sling Blade connects and lands a dropkick, sending Penta into the corner. He climbs up for the coup de grace, but Penta dodges it for a pump handle driver that gets him a near fall, followed by a Mexican destroyer that gets the luchador the victory. The winner by pinfall advancing Penta. This was a decent match, but can we end the Judgment Day, please? Like, get rid of, like, have the Judgment Day split up. That's all I gotta say, man. We just need to just disband the Judgment Day, and that's all I gotta say. But when Liv Morgan comes back, I guarantee you they're gonna go. Liv Morgan's gonna go after Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, because you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. Because I can definitely see that. But it is what it is. Penta celebrates as commentary addresses the tournament situation and lights up Sheamus' status in a shoulder injury. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce will discuss the matter and makes an official announcement ahead of LA Knight's match next week. We cut to a Vignette showing Soul Sequoia addressing Penta advancing and promising to take him down next Monday before he and his MFT take out Sami Zayn and his crew next Friday. Backstage, we see the new Best Friends crew: Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, and we will apparently find out who the 5th member of their team is next. So, commercial break. We head back to ringside as Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss makes an entrance, followed by Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. They head down the ramp as commentary addresses the fact they still need to name a 5th member. The quartet enters the ring, and Rhea Ripley has a microphone ready as the crowd cheers like crazy. Rhea Ripley addresses how loud the fans are, and this gets them even louder. Rhea Ripley addresses what went down on Raw at Madison Square Garden and the show of unity between her team. In moments like those, you find out who is real and who is fake. If Rhea Ripley is going to war with someone, she wants to make sure she is going to war with the right people. People like her friend Io Sky, who she knows will go swinging if it comes down to it. Then you have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, the two of the most decorated women in the division. Rhea Ripley might not be friends with them, but at the end of the day, she knows they can trust each other. She says that is still just for people at WarGames. You need 5, and she introduced AJ Lee as the 5th member, which is we already knew. I'm happy that AJ Lee is going to join Team Rhea Ripley. Her music hits, but she barely gets out as Kabuki Warriors, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax blindside the team in the ring. As AJ Lee gets towards the ring, she is taken down by Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch aids in getting Rhea Ripley taken out when she shakes hands with the team, indicating she's their 5th member to bring SmackDown to a close. Let me read the quick results. WWE United States Championship Open Challenge: Ilya Dragunov defeated JD Madonna, which that match was good. The last time is now tournament first round match. Carmelo Hayes defeated Bronson Reed. That was a pretty good match, but I'm glad Carmelo Hayes won. But the referee was fast counter, so somebody must have paid the referee the fast count. But a winner's win by Carmelo Hayes. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defeated Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom. I did not really care about that tag team match. And the last time is now tournament first round match. Penta defeated Finn Balor. That match was decent by itself. But like I said, and WWE Smackdown goes off the air. I cannot wait for WarGames, man. The women's WarGames are going to be cooking. And that's all I gotta say. But I got this funny feeling that Charlotte Flair is going to turn on Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely see it. But let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE Smackdown. Now, WWE Smackdown was a good show. Was a good show, and I give that show a 7 out of 10. If you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning or towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content because I'm grinding for 12 crazy subscribers. Follow my social media down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Full Gear review and highlights. And I just want to take the time on my night by saying thank you guys so much for coming out to my 5-hour live stream on Twitch for Fortnite. Yesterday, man, Blaze was there, Buttercup was there, Cerise was there, and everybody else was there. You know what I'm saying? Nora was there as well too. So shout outs to the people. Shout out to my boy Savvy for coming to my live stream on Twitch last night. I had a good time playing Fortnite for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Full Gear review and highlights. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. But can you imagine that Bianca Belair comes back? Bro, the crowd will explode if Bianca Belair comes back so she can face Jade Cargill. But what if Bianca Belair lose to Jade Cargill? That and that match is going to lead. The only person that's going to take the WWE Women's Championship off of Jade Cargill is going to be Charlotte Flair. And I know that everybody's going to be mad about that. So, like I said, I miss Bianca Belair. I want to see Bianca Belair feud against Jade Cargill. That's going to be a good feud by itself. That's just my opinion. But honestly, I do miss Bianca Belair. I hope Bianca Belair comes back. You know what I'm saying? From her injury. Because we all miss the EST, the fastest and the toughest of the EST in WWE, and that's Bianca Belair. So I hope Bianca Belair comes back, and I just put that out there. Not to mention, I hope Liv Morgan comes back too, to turn on the Judgment Day, to go after Roxanne Perez and Wakara Rodriguez. So I hope Liv Morgan comes back too. All right. Enough of that being said, I will see you guys tonight on my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review and highlights at around 5 o'clock a.m. on YouTube. I want to see everybody there. So that's all I gotta say. Can we get that world premiere up to at least 30 likes, please? If we get that world premiere to 30 likes, I will drop my AEW Full Gear review and highlights tomorrow. And that's a promise. And I'm going to keep my word and I'm going to stand on it. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And make sure you guys run all my videos and share my videos for watch time hours. Cause I need to become a YouTube partner. So make sure you guys run my playlist for watch time hours and share all my videos with your friends and family. Have a great night and stay too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. Have a great Friday, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Spend time with your loved ones, man. Don't let nobody tell you different, man. Because I want to see everybody win in life. And that's all I got to say. So stay too sweet. And I'm out of here. Gang.